Hi, my name is K.Adams, and I'm going to be your instructor for our wonderful class, Fundamentals of Public Speaking, this fall. I have taught this class for 20 years, and I've taught it online and in person and hybrid and basically any way you can imagine. This fall, some of you have signed up to take this class face-to-face. As you know from my email to you here this week, the beginning of August, I am not able physically to be there face-to-face with you in person due to an immune illness called lupus. So hopefully you guys got that email and understand that I have to, because of COVID and the pandemic and the cases on the rise here in South Dakota, people coming from all over bringing COVID to us. Unfortunately, I'm not able to fight it off. If I were to get it, that would be the end of me. So I got accommodation to teach this class online only. I am planning on teaching it asynchronously, okay, which means the class times that we were going to meet in person don't apply, okay? This is going to be a class that you're going to go at your own pace. The due dates in terms of making sure the assignments obviously are in on time, but that there is not a specific day and time that you have to tune in, okay? That's what asynchronous means. The reason for that is because I've structured this course so tightly and cleanly and concisely that it would actually waste your time if we met over Zoom in person. I mean, virtually in person is what I mean by that. And I don't want to waste your time, okay? So I apologize that I can't be there for you in person, but you guys need to understand that I 100% have your back, and what I mean by that is all you need to do is text me, call me, email, whatever you need to do to get a hold of me. I am going to be right there for you, unless it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, which I'll probably be asleep, but I will get right back to you. I will respond immediately. You do not need to worry about being hung out to dry or not getting my attention. You'll probably actually get more attention from me in this format, okay? If you need to meet with me in person for whatever reason, I will do that, but understand it's going to be off hours, outside, masks, 6 feet apart, that whole thing. Okay. I can't foresee an instance in which that would be necessary unless you didn't have any technology, but I know that all of you have laptops. So I think we're going to be okay. I think there's no reason why either of us need to risk our health to meet in person. Okay. So what I'd like to do with you now is I'd like to go through the course homepage with you and make sure that we're 100% on the same page, understanding where assignments are, when they're due, what the grading situation is, all that good stuff, okay? Because I want you to feel really, I want you to be able to breathe. I want you to feel confident, comfortable. You know, I don't want you to stress out about this class. I want you to just try and relax, okay? All right, so the first things first, please go to the course homepage in D2L, and I'm going to kind of follow along with you here. I'm looking at it right now. So what you're going to do on the left-hand side of the course homepage, underneath the gray navigation bar, and the gray navigation bar says course home, content, assessments, communications, resources, help, and edit course. So underneath that gray nav bar on the left side, you're going to see getting started. And then if you look over to your right, you're going to see course info. What you'll see under getting started is the hyperlink to the syllabus. So please, please, please read that. Then you're going to see my instructions on basically how to find the assignments. And real quick, I'm just going to have you go to the gray nav bar, go to content, click on content. Then it's going to take you to the table of contents, and you will see underneath the table of contents, you'll see the modules, and they're set up by week. So you've got week 1, and the dates are there, week 2, week 3, etc., etc. So all of the course assignments are gathered together in those modules. So all you need to do to find out what's due that week is to click on the week, click on the module. It'll take you to that week, and it will show you all the assignments that are upcoming. I've taken great pains to explain each assignment as clearly as possible. But again, any question you have about anything, do not hesitate to reach out to me. Okay, so obviously if you click on, while we're in assignments here, guys, and the modules, you can see week 1. Week 1's a weird week because we start in the middle on a Wednesday, right, on the 19th. So all I have in that week is a discussion open for you guys to post any questions you have for me about the syllabus, assignments, anything. I really would like you, instead of emailing me, if it's a question about an assignment, put it in there because I'll respond immediately. I would an email too, but this way, if you put it in the discussion, other students can see, and maybe they have that question too, and then they'll have their question answered as well. Then if you follow down and you click on week 2, you'll notice the assignments that are upcoming. Your first speech, your intro speech, is due August 24th, okay? And that is so not a speech you need to stress out about. It's basically you doing exactly what I'm doing right now. You're going to sit in front of your phone or your computer. You're going to make a very brief video answering these questions. What academic program are you wanting to join after you complete your general ed? And you can see the questions I have listed there for you to answer. Once you record yourself answering those questions, you upload your video to YouTube. You can actually publish it so that it's just a link, okay? And then you take that link and you post it in the discussion. The discussion is titled Introductory Speeches. So all you have to do is post your link there to your YouTube video that you have done, and that's it. So there's no time requirement. There's no outline, nothing. This is very informal. This is just you getting in front of the camera, getting used to the awkwardness that entails, and understanding kind of how to videotape yourself. I'm expecting you guys to run into a lot of issues with lighting, sound, distractions, all kinds of things, so that when you go through to tape your formal speech, you can mitigate those issues because you will have done this speech and taped it and understand how to negotiate those things. And you don't need to worry about those little things, okay? So this is an opportunity to learn technology, how it works and how we're going to use it in this class, and also obviously getting to know each other. That's huge in this class. You will get to know each other quite well. I know that might sound weird because we're online, but trust me, you will, all right? And I expect all of you to have each other's backs in here. Respect is earned, not deserved, okay? That goes for me too. I don't deserve your respect. I intend to earn it. And one of the ways I intend on doing that is by making you guys understand that I take this class and my role as your instructor very, very seriously. I have your back. I expect you guys to have each other's backs in here, Okay? All right. Now that we're still in week 2, looking at the assignments. So again, first assignment is that intro speech. And then you have, underneath that, scroll down, you've got homework 1. Okay, that's on glossophobia. That's due on the 26th. You'll notice that everything's due at 11:59 p.m. That's because that's the latest that it can be due. And yeah, I just want to give you plenty of time. Then if you scroll down past homework 1, you'll notice quiz 1 is due on August 28th. Another place that you can find assignments, guys, is you can go to up in the gray nav bar again, click on resources, and you can go to calendar, click on calendar, and you can see there all of the assignments when they're available and when they're due. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Also, if you go back to the course homepage, so go ahead and click on that for me now in the gray nav bar. Next to content, the far left, click on course home. So if you go to the course homepage, what's going to happen too is there's going to be updates listed there, so you can see assignments there as well. If there are any changes to an assignment or an event that's going on that I think is important for you guys to know about, I will post it in the news feature. So if you scroll underneath course info on the course homepage, just scroll down, you'll see a news there. Okay, that is where I communicate with you guys about anything that is newsworthy, obviously, that is important. Okay, if something is urgent, like I absolutely need you to look at this and know this right now, I will send you an email. Okay, but otherwise everything's going to be posted in this news. Any updates, any extra credit opportunities, anything like that's going to be in news. Okay, so what have we done? We've gone over the course homepage. We've gone over how to find assignments. I showed you content where the modules are listed through weeks. Now let's just look at the instructor information here under course info on the course homepage. You can see my cell phone is listed there. Again, you can contact me anytime. All right? If I don't get back to you right away, it just means that you need to just leave a message and I'll get right back to you. I'm driving somewhere, I'm in the shower, something's going on. Okay, I'm talking to a student, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, so please leave a message if you get my voicemail. You can always text me, email, so don't even worry about that. FaceTime too, that works, all right? As you scroll down in the course info, you can see there's another link to our course syllabus there. And what I'd like to have you do now is go ahead and click on that course syllabus, please. I'd like to go through a couple things with you. So you'll notice in our course syllabus, there's a link there to our free textbook. I also, in the quizzes are over the textbook, which again is free, and the link is right there, as you can see. And I always put that link in the quizzes as well, so it's just easy access for you. You do not need to buy a textbook, okay, guys? No, don't worry about that. I don't want you to have to spend your money on that, okay? It's a racket, just so you know. That's bad. I could say a lot on that, but don't want to waste your time. So, the quizzes, I created the quizzes based on the reading, obviously. The quizzes are unlimited attempts once you start. And the reason for that is because I want you to learn. I don't want you to be penalized. I want you to, if you aren't getting the score that you want, I want you to go back and I want you to try again. Okay? So you're rewarded for learning. That's the whole plan, right? Okay. So that's the other required textbook. You'll see the link there. That's the public speaking project. Anytime you have any reading or assignment that's related to either text, you'll see a link in the assignment. Okay. As far as, go ahead and scroll. I'm on page 2 now. Let's scroll to assignments. Talk about types of assignments. So you've got everything obviously in D2L. You've got 8 quizzes total. And again, those are all from the Art of Public Speaking. You've got 3 speeches. You've got 2 informal. Obviously, one of those informal speeches is your introductory speech, which isn't really a speech. It's just you talking in front of the camera. Okay. Very, very informal. Then you have your formal informative speech. That's the big speech that we're going to spend a lot of time getting you prepared for. So please don't stress out about that. Then you have your final speech, which is an impromptu speech, which is not something you need to worry about either. It's informal, and that comes at the end of the class. Okay. You have online discussions. Those are worth a lot of points, and homework assignments are worth a lot of points. So those are the 4 types of assignments that you have: quizzes, speeches, online discussions, and homework. Notice there are no exams, there's no final, there's no midterm. Yeah, cool. Because in this class, those aren't an appropriate measure of learning whatsoever. Okay, if you go down and you look at course policies, okay, so like pay attention right now. This is big. I don't accept late work. So you have to have an extension from me if you are going to turn in anything late. And what I mean by that is, let's say you're really sick, or you're having a childcare issue, or there was flooding last fall. I mean, whatever it is, you can't get an assignment in on time. What I expect you to do is to contact me again by phone, text, email, whatever, however you contact me, and just explain you can't get it in. You do not need to tell me the reason. Okay? All right, so don't worry about that. All you need to do is give me the courtesy of knowing that you can't get it in on time, and then let me know when you are going to submit it. That way there's that respect, and there's also me understanding what your intentions are and being on the same page with you, which is always a good thing. Okay, so 24 hours before it's due, you ask for or more, you ask for an extension. Let me know when you're going to turn it in, and that's it. Okay, then obviously I will accept your assignment. If you do not do that, I won't accept it. Okay. There's a lot that goes into that, a lot of reasons. I've been teaching for 20 years in higher education, and there's a lot of rationale for that policy. But suffice to say that when I was in the Marine Corps for 8 years, this was a long time ago, I was an officer in the Marine Corps, you just don't miss opportunities for excellence. How about that? And you don't set yourself up to fail. Okay, those are 2 things you learn in the military. And also, as a student and as an instructor, I don't want you to have that stress. I was a student for a long time, and as an instructor, and I know what it's like to be a stressed out student. And as an instructor, I see my students, and they get far behind. They get really stressed out, and a lot of the time, 95% of the time, they end up dropping the class because they got so far behind. I don't want that for you, okay? I don't want you to stress out, all right? So by making you accountable for turning anything in late, there's a psychology that goes on where you don't fall into the rut of doing that all the time, because you have to hold yourself accountable. And that way, you don't get stressed out. The 100 points of extra credit that will come at you at the end of the class, that is for students that completely just forget to ask for an extension and forget an assignment, and those are points that you can make up if that happens, okay? Grading. Okay, you guys need to understand that all assignments in this class are graded credit, no credit. Some of you that have never had a situation like that before don't know what it means. So let me explain. When I said I take my job very seriously, I really, really mean it. And that means that I need to be accountable to teach you. So if you don't do something correctly, it's my job to explain and point out why it's not correct so that you can learn, right? So if you turn in an assignment and I only give you partial credit, there's a missed learning opportunity for you there. You don't know what you did wrong. You don't understand, right? So partial credit to me is, that's no bueno. That's not good. So what I do with assignments is I try to give you really clear instructions. You follow those instructions, you submit the assignment, I give you full credit. If you don't follow the instructions, you get something a little wrong, I'll give it back to you and I'll say, can you please fix this? You'll fix it, you'll resubmit it for full credit. And that way you're not penalized for not understanding something. And I can take advantage of the teaching moment and you can learn and you can get the full credit. Now, if I contact you and say you need to fix something and you don't resubmit that assignment, obviously that's a 0 then, okay? So ultimately it's up to you if you fix the assignment and resubmit for full credit. Again, it's about holding yourself accountable. The other policies that are in here, you guys can read. Not gonna waste time on those. Meaning they're important, you need to read them, but I'm not going to read them to you. I just wanted to explain the late work policy and the grading policy so that you were understanding what's going on there. So I think we have had an opportunity here to go over together in D2L where you can find assignments under content. Everything is listed. All of the assignments are in the weeks. So week 1, click on that. Week 1 assignments. Week 2, click on week 2. Week 2 assignments. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. And welcome. I'm excited to work with you guys. All right. Thank you so much.